Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video and back at it with another edition of Top 5 Best PC Game Deals of the Week. We've got some really good deals this week and some games I typically don't mention, a couple repeats, but some newer titles that I don't get to talk about all that often either, so let's get right into this with number 5. So number 5 is coming directly from the Uplay store, and I know the Uplay store is kind of a bummer, but it's such a good deal on a great game that I wanted to mention it, and that's Assassin's Creed Rogue, which is 70% off down to $6. So Assassin's Creed Rogue is one of those Assassin's Creed titles that has been completely forgotten about. It actually came out the same day as Assassin's Creed Unity. I believe on PC it saw a later release. How it worked actually was Assassin's Creed Unity was released on next generation platforms, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, and then Assassin's Creed Rogue was released on Xbox 360 and PS3. That year, Assassin's Creed Rogue was the far better game. It reminds me a lot of Assassin's Creed 4, and as you guys probably know, that is my favorite Assassin's Creed game. That is just a great title. It's got that same naval gameplay, and on PC, it runs really well. So if you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, this is a game that I imagine a lot of you guys missed out on, so for $6, it's a really solid pickup. Next up, we have Doom, which is 60% off down to $12. Doom goes on sale pretty frequently, but $12 is a really good price for it. Doom was honestly one of the best games from 2016. You guys probably know how good of a game it is, but this is also one of the best running PC games. You don't need that high end of a PC to run it, and it looks absolutely amazing. Lower end GPUs can even max this game out at like 1440p and get really solid frame rates, and at 1080p, pretty easy game to run, and it is a great first-person shooter, and honestly, in my opinion, Doom's star component is the single-player campaign. That single-player was just so good. There is a multiplayer here, and it's okay, but I had a lot of fun with the single-player component, and I imagine you guys will too, and for $12, it is a really good pickup. Moving on, over on Steam, This War of Mine is 80% off down to $4. This is one of the best indie games you'll ever play. It's a really interesting premise, that it's a game that it takes place in the midst of a chaotic war, but instead of being an elite soldier, that's what typically in a game you play as, you control a group of civilians trying to survive in the city, struggling with the lack of food, medicine, and constant danger from snipers and hostile scavengers. It's a game that really embodies the atmosphere of war that a lot of games don't, and 80% off for $4 is a really good deal. This is a game that often appears in Humble Bundles, and I'm sure it'll be a part of a Humble Monthly down the line, but if you just want to pick up the game, $4 is a great price, and it's a really unique game. It released back in 2014, so at this point, I think a lot of gamers have forgotten about it. At the time of its release, it was a big game and it was getting a lot of critical acclaim, but now 3 years later, it's a title I'm sure a lot of you guys have forgotten about. And what's funny is it's almost 3 years to the day that this game released. It released back on November 14th, 2014, so that's pretty cool. If you never checked out This War of Mine, I think it's a game a lot of you guys will like. Very easy game to run as well. Moving right along, over on Newegg, they've got Borderlands Game of the Year Edition and Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition for $14, so you essentially get each game for $7, which is pretty good. You get Borderlands with all of the DLC, and the Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition actually doesn't include every single piece of DLC, but it's got a lot of it. And these are two games that for your $14, you can sink so much time into it. If you actually complete both games, do the DLC content that's given to you, do the side content, oh my god, you're looking at north of 200 hours of gameplay, and Borderlands is always a game that's been associated with cooperative play, and while I agree, Borderlands is a great cooperative experience, but those that say that this game isn't enjoyable single player, I don't agree with that at all. I completed both of these games solo, and I had a great time with them. I also played through them cooperatively, so you have that. But at this point, it definitely is a little hard to find a squad of people to play Borderlands with, but if you're scared of the fact that you don't have a squad to play with, don't be. This is a great game solo, and like I said, you are getting so much content for your money. And finally, number 1, Vanquish is 50% off down to $10 at the official Vanquish website. It's store.vanquishgame.com, down from $20 to $10, and Vanquish was one of those underrated games that I've always wanted to come to PC, and lo and behold, earlier this year, Vanquish got a PC release. Wasn't the best PC port in the world, but it was very serviceable, and it released at a $20 budget price point, and now down to just $10. It is a great game by Platinum. If you guys don't know who Platinum Games are, they create some of the best chaotic action games. They made titles such as Bayonetta, and that saw a PC release recently as well, and Vanquish follows in that game's footsteps. It's a third-person shooter with a great futuristic setting, and it's just got some zany, chaotic gameplay that I think a lot of gamers would enjoy. You're not playing this game for a gripping story. It's all about the stylistic gameplay. It is a very short game. You can complete Vanquish in like 4 hours, so, you know, even a $20 price was a little bit high for a game that you only spend 4 hours on, but it's a blast of a 4 hours, and for just $10, I think it's a great pickup. I'm sure you guys have seen a ton of gameplay on my videos of this game, and a lot of you guys ask what the game I'm playing is. That's always in the description box, by the way. But yeah, Vanquish is a great title, and I highly recommend you to check it out. I believe this is the first real deep discount that the game has seen as well. So for $10, a pretty good game. So that wraps up the top 5 best PC game deals of the week. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Make sure to give these games a look, and I'm trying to get back to doing this series more consistently. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.